Yeah, most sports talking heads make predictions, then hope you forget about how wrong they were. But not Mackey and Judd.
Write this down.
This is the big leagues, where we own our terrible predictions.
Write that down.
And keep track of each other's batting averages. It's Write That Down.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
With Mackey and Judd.
Yeah, there it is. Hit those drums. That's right. Only show in America that actually puts statistics next to our predictions like idiots here on Minnesota Sports with Mackey and Judd. We'll get to the accountability session here in just a little bit. Judd, let's shout out right off the top here our friends helping us power these predictions at Finch Home Solutions. It's our favorite van roaming around the Twin Cities.
Exactly right. And what that van will do is when it shows up at your home, guess what? It's going to fix any electrical problems that you might have. Finch Home Solutions, my friend Cody and his team are going to solve anything from small to big, from an outlet being replaced to your entire home being rewired. Look, Finch Home Solutions, fast, efficient, courteous. They've been in sports at Dad's house. They did a fantastic job. They were quick. I really like that part too, but they got the job done. That's the most important thing. And so if you have any issues, oh, you know what? Boys, hot tub season, right?
Oh,
it's getting to be hot tub season.
Yeah.
Guess what?
That tub.
If you are considering a hot tub, then you have to be considering how you're going to have all the electronics installed as well. Finch Home Solutions, they've got your back. So again, if you have any projects that you need done, trust my friend Cody and his team at Finch Home Solutions. 612-357-2604, finchhomesolutions.com. finchhomesolutions.com is your first step to protecting you and your family when it comes to your home and the electronics in it.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's pop this up on the screen here and tell the audience how this all works if you're new. It's 3 predictions from everybody each week. They must be quantifiable. Those are really the only parameters here. We keep track of batting averages and home runs, and if listeners would like to participate, like our guy Ben is about to, then you can hit us up, send an email to Declan through the Score North app. There's a feedback tab, and we can get you scheduled here. So I'll tell you guys, across this and the Purple Daily version of Write That Down, really interesting accountability sessions. Some bombs. We've got some touchdowns. We'll start with Judd here. 4 things came off the board. All in all, pretty good week for the Judd.
I'll take it with how things have been going, too.
You said Mitch Garver would hit at least 2 home runs in the World Series. So we'll start with the bad here. He had 1. I think he had 1 in game 1. So you had like the rest of the series. Was it game 2?
I don't want to talk about it.
I'll look that up for you.
Yeah, Dex.
Dex, do you have that?
You have the box scores of game 2, 3, 4, 5.
You got that
How
pulled
about
up?
the 1927 series? I think Garrick hit one in game 1.
What was the game 2?
Is it Ruth?
Is it extra innings? You said the Gophers would win their next 2 games, starting with Michigan State.
Oh my God, that's a bad beat.
Yeah.
That's brutal, dude.
That's a really bad beat. Thanks, PJ. Nice work.
You said, however, Kirill Kaprizov, that's right, you said one of the better players in the NHL would score a goal in the last week. He did. He scored 2 of them.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to apologize.
Judd desperately trying to keep his batting average lead.
Exactly right. I was in need of a hit, and I got it. No apologies necessary.
But you said, this is like pretty early on. I think you said this like with months to go in the season, that the Twins would have at least 1 pitcher finish in the top 3 of Cy Young voting.
Yep.
And that's a home run, because it was announced that Sonny Gray is one of the 3 finalists for the American League Cy Young Award.
And still a Twin for now, so I got it.
Well, he's not actually a Twin.
Oh, that's a good point. Well, no,
Right?
no, he still is until next week.
He got offered it.
Yeah, so he got the QO, so he's got until November 14th to decline it. So as of right now, he's a Oh, look at that.
2 for 2 for old Macadac here. I told you Roman Reigns would still be the champion after Crown Jewel, despite all the LA Knight hubbub.
That was your counter to Declan's, right?
Hubbub.
And I told you Karl-Anthony Towns in that Denver game last Wednesday would pick up at least 2 personal fouls in the first quarter.
Speaking of singles.
Hold on a second here. Did you just
We all have one
basically
this week.
Did you just give my Kaprizov, one of the best players, and then
I will say, okay, I think yours was much more of a bunt than mine. You said one of the better players in the NHL would score a goal in one of 3 games. I told you specifically in one game, Cat would pick up 2 personal fouls in the first quarter. Okay, so do not try to compare these 2 predictions.
You know what?
I'm not saying mine's a home run, but
One's a
it
push
is not
bunt,
a
one's a
bunt.
bunt up the line. Like it's
Exactly. Exactly.
on.
You know what?
You guys make it sound like he picks up 2 fouls in every game in the first quarter, which is not accurate.
I mean, he does pick up a lot of.
You know what?
Fouls,
I'm going to make the same prediction for a game.
Well, he picked up 3 before he scored a point in that Celtics game, so I understand. Okay, listeners here. Josh said Jaron Hall will throw at least 2 touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown.
Oh my God, he came. You know what?
Didn't
the
Dobbs do
concussion
that?
play. Yeah, but if Jaron Hall if Jaron Hall, who I think got the concussion at the 1, right?
Yeah, he would have had part of this anyways.
He would have had part of it. Yeah. Oh, too bad.
And then our guy Jonathan here chimes in here with a parlay. This is several months ago. He says it's an AEW parlay. He said Jungle Boy and Darby would win on that night. I think it was AEW Dynamite. MJF would win the Fatal 4-Way at Double or Nothing, and MJF would go on to be the longest reigning AEW champion in company history,
Nice.
and he surpassed that mark. It's a 3-item parlay, so it is a home run. And then Declan had 3 things come off the board. Said Diamondbacks would force a Game 7. L.A. Knight, would beat Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. You did say the Wild would pick up at least 4 points across 3 games over the past week, and they did pick up exactly that. Came down to the wire. Came down to the 3rd game. So with that, look at this, man. And by the way, the season cycle for us is the Super Bowl. So the 2023, write that down, season for both this show and Purple Daily runs until Super Bowl Sunday, so we can tabulate all of the NFL season predictions. So we've got a few months to go here, but we're definitely getting into the 4th quarter of the 2023 season. And Judd still has a batting average lead, but I would say it's anyone's game at this point. Judd 308, Declan 280, listeners 274, and I'm at 265. The home run battle is also very close. I have 8, Judd has 7, Declan has 6, listeners have 6. So all these categories are wide open between now and the Super Bowl.
Here comes Macadek on the back stretch.
That's right. I only care about the home runs, but if I can also snag the batting title while hitting bombs, all the better. Declan still leads, and he's going to lead probably forever with the lead he has. Career stats, 362 average, Judd 326. Judd leads with 294 career hits, coming up on your 300th career hit probably in the next
That's going to be special.
Few weeks. Yeah, it's going to be the first time
wonder if I'll
anyone's
get some
ever
type of,
gotten a 300.
Gold, write that down chain or something for this.
If it's Chicken Tender Basket Day and you happen to be in the office, we'll get your lunch.
Oh, thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
Yep. Listeners have 48 home runs, a wide gap between them and second place, which is me with 39 home runs. So, all right, let's get our guy Ben in here to take some swings. Making his 2nd appearance on Write That Down, rocking the old school Torrey Hunter jersey, which we appreciate.
Right.
Yeah, show the audience that number 48 there.
Let's see if I can get this in camera here.
There it is, right there.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There it is, man. The bat flip.
Metrodome days, right?
Yeah.
That's from Metrodome.
This jersey was made in my where I live in Alabama. So that I think the old Russell Athletic used to be in Alabama. So yeah.
The more you know. Hey, this news that came out, since you're a Twins fan, that the Twins, because of the TV uncertainty, they got a $55 million chunk of pie that's going to go missing here for a while. The announcement came out today that they're going to slash payroll to some extent. How does that land with you as a Twins fan?
That's brutal news. Yeah. I mean, in a sport with no salary cap, every $1 million counts. So that's tough. If we want to stay competitive, that's gonna be a punch below the belt.
Yeah, we'll see what we did a Twin Show episode for you guys, and we kind of dissected it. So check that out. We're going to start with Ben, over to Judd, Declan, back to me. We'll make 3 trips around the room. So Ben, what is your first
Write this down.
prediction, sir?
Yeah, I'm going to try to help the listeners' batting average. So you guys tell me if this is just like a bloop single or whatever. But I think the Vikings are going to get at least 2.5 sacks on Sunday.
Yeah, that's fine.
2.5 sacks. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Just reasonable. I think Flores is going to get after Derek Carr pretty good.
Yep, that's a fair
half.
Crowd's gonna be pumped up.
Yeah, the half.
The half's key.
2 felt too wimpy, so I think 2.5 is kind of it's in that realm of something.
Pushing it just a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, hit that third.
Write it down.
Sack.
You like writing things down.
All right, Judd, what's your first prediction?
Okay, my first prediction regards the baseball news this week that has caused tons of consternation in the state of Wisconsin. Craig Counsell's taking the Cubs job, and the Brewers fans are pissed. So the guy
ownership
who
is
from
too.
Dude,
Whitefish Bay. From Whitefish Bay, he has forsaken us. In fact, there's a Craig Counsell Park. The sign was vandalized.
Yeah,
that's how bad things have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
So write this down. Paul Molitor will be mentioned in a credible report as being in the mix for the Brewers managerial job. Paul Molitor. He's 67. I don't think he's the guy, but his name will just calm people down.
I'm going to do a Google search. Is this being written about or anything? This is a great prediction.
I Googled it yesterday and I found nothing. So
yeah, I see nothing. This is a revolutionary prediction here.
But I think his name just would calm things down.
Yeah, I think you're on.
Brewer legend. He's done this before. So
how about Prince Fielder? What's he up to?
Yeah, Ryan Braun.
What's he up to, Phil? 325 last I heard.
Oh, that's
Write it down.
come on.
That's mean. Come on.
We don't even have Olivia Reid scheduled for this episode.
Yeah.
Well, you ask a question.
Declan, what's your first prediction?
All right, so Monday at the Wolves game, us 3 celebrities plus A-Rod plus Justin Jefferson plus Jordan Addison plus TJ Hawkinson are all in attendance. So I want to be specific with this. Write this down. Tonight, the Wolves host the Pelicans, correct?
Yeah,
Wolves have the Pels at Target Center.
Zion, right? Is he healthy?
It's a good question. I'll look that up for you after this one.
Do you have that?
But
it's not
write
important.
This down.
Just go ahead.
Josh Dobbs will be spotted at tonight's Wolves game. Either they'll show him or there'll be fan evidence. I'm going to be specific with this. Josh Dobbs will be spotted at tonight's Wolves game against the Pelicans. Write it down.
Okay.
Well,
by the way,
he's there, he'll be shown, so you're safe.
Standing ovation if that happens, for sure.
Yes.
Okay, so Zion, who's always hurt, right? He apparently suffered a massive cut on his right thumb during the second half of the last game they played. So
he's not going to play tonight.
So I was kind of joking, but I don't know. Maybe he's not going to play.
Good job, Phil. He looked it up.
I did. Write this down. You guys are all negative on Karl-Anthony Towns.
Oh, God.
All you guys do is pile on Karl-Anthony Towns. He's going to bounce back. I don't think I'm stealing your exact one because I have a 3-item cat parlay for tonight's game.
Okay.
All right. Unless you have a 3-item parlay for tonight's game.
Nope.
It'd be miraculous.
Nope.
So Cat has yet to hit 3 3-pointers in a game, so we'll check that one off. He's going to hit at least 3 3-pointers tonight. He will have 4 fouls or fewer. Okay. And a double-double. So at least 3 threes made, 4 fouls or fewer. He's going to course correct the fouling, at least for a night. He's going to get hot from 3, or at least hot enough to hit 3 of them, and he will rebound a little bit and have a double-double.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
It's a 3-item cap parlay for you guys.
All against the Pelicans, too, right? Tonight's game. This isn't in between
Is that a trick
now
question?
and...
Yeah, you said
Okay. I was just making sure if you were...
Are they playing? They're for sure playing the Pelicans, right? I don't want to be tricked into.
No. I was trying to see if you were trying to make it throughout the week, but yeah.
This is unbelievable.
This feels like gamemanship.
And with a guest,
I don't understand that question.
Double checking for gatekeeping. There's a lot of moving parts going on. Write that down.
It
just
felt to me
sure
like
I
said
thing.
Pelicans, but Declan was trying to confirm because they're playing the Hornets or something.
The Pistons. So it's another team.
Just making sure. Just making sure.
Okay, back to Ben for your second prediction here.
Yeah, I may keep most of these Vikings centered. Last time I was on the show was Purple Daily. You guys probably don't remember. You guys do 1,000 shows, but I'm the one. My son is a huge Saints fan. So last time you guys had me on was right before the Saints game, and we prevailed with the double doink. So this is a personal game in my household. I failed as a father, and have a Saints fan. It's terrible. So
That's too bad.
sorry about that. Just I'm in therapy. And
Is
all
that the closest team regionally to where you are in Alabama? Is that how that works?
Yeah, them or the Falcons. And when he was 7, somebody gave him a hand-me-down Reggie Bush jersey. I mean, I have literal pictures of him in a Viking onesie, holding him, and did everything I could. And it's strong down here. The vibes are strong. And so, and then he got to see the 09 NFC Championship game, and that sealed it for him. So,
no.
Yeah, that was his first big game with his jersey on and everything. And it was.
So you feel betrayed.
Yeah, I'm still really mad. So it's betrayal at the core.
Therapy. You need a lot of sports therapy.
You got to cut him off financially. Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, he doesn't even live here. He doesn't even live here anymore. He's moved out. So we're.
Well, I'd say you're not welcome back.
No.
Christmas out.
Exactly.
Gone.
Yeah. If mom wants to see him, we'll let him in the house a little bit. But other than that, he's out.
Or they could just meet in the front yard. Front yard's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Garage.
Yeah, we'll start doing that more too. Yeah. Well, so I guess for a home run, I got to do a parlay, right, or something. It's a little stretching it a little bit. I'm gonna go with Josh Dobbs this Sunday. Will have at least 1 rushing touchdown, 1 passing touchdown, and at least 200 total yards.
Yeah, usually 3-item parlays are going to be touchdowns or home runs. So,
or home runs.
Yeah.
Is that good enough? I mean, the 200 yards. I'm still this Saints defense is pretty good. So I don't know. He's gonna.
The Saints are a better team than the Falcons, but the home game, it might kind of bad. I think the Saints are like 2.5-point favorites, road favorites going into this game right now.
Yep.
So Vegas kind of agrees, but yeah, that's definitely, if that hits, it's a home run on this show.
Write this down.
All
right, Judd.
All right. The Twins will trade a player off their major league roster before the month is out.
Oh, they're going to just get right to it. Okay.
So the Twins are going to get right to it. I feel like we're being warned. I feel like we're being Falvey's warning us that the storm is coming and we should take heed. We should take cover, take Twins cover. So the Twins will trade a player off the big league roster. It's like Twister. It's like Twister where the dad goes and tries to hold the door and gets blown away.
It's a payroll F5.
And in
Kepler's
the
hanging on. Oh God.
in the most implausible scene ever, it's like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
write this down.
I think I have a triggering prediction, but we'll get to Declan here. A triggering one for Judd, but Declan, go ahead.
All right, I'll make my Cat prediction. Cat has yet to drop 30 points in a game yet. In fact, he's only had 20 points, 2 20-point games so far through 6 games. So write this down. Cat, between now and next week's, write that down, will drop 30 points in a game. He'll get hot here. He'll get right here. He'll get better. I think their first playing games or in-season tournament game, is this weekend.
It's Friday against the Spurs. This is a home run if it happens, I think, just because his average wasn't his average like 23, 22 last. Let me just look that up real quick. His average last year was 21, and his average this year is 17. So he's going to have a 30-point game at some point. But I think you're saying like in the next week. Mm-hmm. I think if this hits, it's a home run for Dex.
At least 30.
Okay. Write this down.
All right, write this down. Judd, cover your ears on this one. You don't have to. It's not about you. But the Twins, the Twins will be credibly linked to Lucas Giolito between now and the start of spring training. Lucas Giolito, because this is all adding up. Sonny Gray is going to be too expensive for their payroll slashing ways. He's going to hit free. He's going to say thanks, no thanks, qualifying offer. Hey, would love to find a way to make it work, but other teams are going to be out there with like 3-year contracts for $60 million overpaying, and the Twins are going to say no. So the Twins are then going to turn their attention to maybe some trades. But if they could get Lucas Giolito for like 1 year, $15 million on a make good, and he hits the market again, they will be credibly linked in a report to Lucas Giolito between now and the start of spring training.
I could see this.
Write down. All right.
Write this down.
Back to Ben for your third and final prediction.
Okay. Tell me if this is also a home run. If not, I'll just settle with padding our batting average because it looks like in the home run department we're doing okay. Dobbs will have more rushing yards and more touchdowns than Alexander Madison.
For the game?
For the game.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Dude, for the season, that might actually.
I mean, it could actually happen. Yeah, the way things are going with Alexander Madison, but yeah, I
like it.
I don't know if that's a good. I mean, is that fair? It's a quarterback against a running back. So
it's fair, and I think it's a home run if it hits.
Okay.
Because right now, and plus with Cam Akers out, Wes Phillips did say that Ty Chandler is going to get some more run, but I mean, Alexander Madison he's the running back right now.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Or Dobbs is.
Or Dobbs is the running back. This would be a one-man band.
He looked pretty good last week.
Great stuff here from Ben. Since you've got this life-changing platform again on Write That Down, is there anyone in your life you'd like to thank that helped you get back to this pinnacle moment?
I'll always thank my grandmother and my mom. They grew up in Minnesota. I was born in Red Wing, but have spent most of my life outside the state. But they birthed in me a love for Minnesota sports, so it's still strong with me. I'm going to also thank my in-laws who live in the Twin Cities who brought this my direction. See if I can get on camera here.
Oh, the old school one. Nice.
Oh,
no, I don't know. I don't know how far this has traveled. I did the math. It's 1,100 miles. I'm 1,100 miles from the Twin Cities. So you guys need to start tracking how far this delicious brew moves around in the country. So
we have the flight trackers. We need like a before I die lager tracker.
Around. They love me so much they drove it. They drove it along with some Surly Furious to my house. So
front seat belt. Just
this is awesome. This is awesome.
But you guys also appreciate you guys listen every day. You guys bring a lot of joy to my life with just all the everything, the reckless speculation, the prognostication, and just also the sober mindedness. You guys bring. I love the candor. So appreciate you guys. You guys encourage a lot of folks.
We appreciate.
Do we offset the disappointment of your son?
Oh yeah. Well, he likes to tune in. He does, and I guarantee he's going to listen to this episode. So
what's his name?
What's that?
What's his name?
Judah.
Okay, Judah. Listen,
you're a failure.
Judah,
you're a failure.
It's Judd, sports dad here. I'm talking to you. On behalf of your old man, for the love of God, drop the Saints, okay? There's not, I mean, the Saints are just the Saints. You should be a Vikings fan. Make your old man happy, okay?
Yes.
Someday, years from now, when guys like your dad and I are long gone, you're going to say, I wish I had made Pops happy.
Yeah. You should be ashamed of yourself, really.
Yeah.
Quite frankly.
Amen. It's so simple. It's so simple to make me happy. It's such a simple thing.
Exactly. Yeah. You're not a man who's asking for a lot, Ben. I can tell.
No, I'm not. Thank you, Judd. I appreciate that. Amen. Every bit of that.
Great stuff, Ben. Thanks for coming on the show here. Guest listener predictor, Ben. Good luck to him. Judd, what is your third and final prediction here?
Okay, you frauds are going with all this cat steam now after a day of ripping him, which by the way, well, I mean, you're changing your tune now. He's going to do this.
Oh, we're flip-flopping.
Yeah, you're flip-flopping. Listen, Score North. You guys, you're Score North. I'm breaking off because I'm going to stay consistent. Write this down. Naz Reid will play more minutes than Karl-Anthony Towns in a game before the month is over. He will play more minutes in a game. Now I could back into this if Cat gets hurt.
For sure. Easily.
I'm not wishing injury on anyone. Let me make that clear.
Yeah.
I'm not a Cat fan, but I'm not wishing, but I am saying I think flat out at some point with them both playing, he will play more minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I think
write this down.
I think backdoor is a possibility. It could be performance-based. It could be foul-based,
I hope it's performance-based.
I would say performance-based is going to be third on that list.
I agree.
Of likelihood. So.
I can still wish for that.
Declan?
All right, last one for me. Even though we just talked about the Twins probably trading away expensive players or players who are going to be making more money, our last Twins show, we talked about the secret Twins trade menu list. So I want to write this down. The Twins will trade at least one of these players by opening day. Alex Kirilloff, Edward Julian, Matt Wallner.
Wow, dude.
They will trade one of those three.
I feel like might be used like this.
Might be used to get something obviously cheaper because they're going to be under control for a long time. But one of those three guys, at least one of those three guys, will be traded by opening day.
The secret menu. We're trying to pawn off all the obvious ones like Max Kepler and Jorge Polanco.
It's an obvious one. I mean, I like him as a player, but he's an obvious one.
Yeah. Okay.
Write this down.
I'm gonna it's more of a long-term prediction here, like between now and the start of the season for the Twins. I'm gonna say that their opening day payroll, will be under $135 million. Under 135. So they're gonna slash it by $20 million. in some form or capacity. So by opening day payroll under $135 million.
I'm not going to be happy about this.
People are going to be unhappy.
I can tell. You know what? I'm team fan here. I'm not happy right now.
Yeah, and I'm not team fan. I understand, and you bring up a good point, which is, hey, like long term, you should just eat it and then get to your next TV deal just to keep fans coming back into the stadium and stuff. But I also understand that like people have unrealistic expectations of how much money a mid-market team is supposed to spend. Like they were 16th in payroll last year. That's where they're going to be. So if they're between 15th and 18th again, okay. Like tough to rip them too much for that. But there we go. Those are your write that down predictions. The only show in America, this and Purple Daily, that actually is dumb enough to put statistics next to our predictions. We'll see how they pan out, and we'll see you guys for another round of predictions over on Purple Daily.